And then you've got the Republican Party, which is kind of not that awesome. Which is, I mean, not like, I don't mean Republicans aren't that awesome. I mean, like, the Republican Party is not a very good organization. They're not very good at what they do. They're not as good at what they do, actually, as the Democratic Party is. But they're, no, I don't, if you are applauding because you're a Democrat and you like the compliment, okay. But what I don't mean Democrats good, Republicans bad. I mean Democrats good at running a political party, Republicans bad at running a political party. It doesn't, they're not good at the basic stuff you need to do in order to be organized, but they don't need to be, because there's the conservative movement. And so they just hook themselves onto the conservative movement and they do what they're told. And if it sometimes means they have to lose elections in the short run because they are advocating against contraception or something in 2012, the conservative movement doesn't care about the Republican short-term electoral interests because they've got their eyes on generational change. And so because of that, that's why you get this phenomenon on the right that you don't get on the left. Democratic politics have essentially been the same for most of my adult life. The policy positions have not changed. Except they've skittered a little bit to the right, but they certainly haven't gotten more liberal, and they haven't moved very much. Republican politics move so fast, so far to the right, that they're constantly turning on each other and having to reinvent themselves. I mean, John McCain and Sarah Palin ran on a cap and trade, bail out the banks platform. In 2008, Sarah Palin. Right? I mean, Mitt Romney has to run against not only himself as a governor, Mitt Romney has to run against himself as the guy who ran in 2008. I mean, they're constantly outpacing themselves, and that's because the conservative movement is making them, whoever's got the furthest right position in politics becomes the new standard bearer, and they all scoot over, and then who's ever further to the right from them, they all scoot over. And so when you do that, meanwhile the Democrats are like standing over here. So, but if these Democrats are standing here, we're kind of fighting amongst ourselves. Interest group. How much do we care about you? Is it okay that the Senate Majority Leader is I don't know, that's the Democrats. And Republicans are over here and they're like, looking to the right. And as you do that, Democrats, whenever they have to compete in general election terms with the Republicans, are constantly scooching over here to try to be sort of centrist seeming. And that means that the center moves to the right. Which means that there are Republicans who fall off that rightward edge all the time.